Hello. How's it going? Hello. Ellie's peering at me through the window. You gonna get ready? Yeah, cool. So, I haven't done anything for quite a while, so hello, how's things going? We're going to a gig tonight. Didn't really go to any gigs. I don't think I've done an actual proper gig since Grasspop, really. Yeah, we had a bit of a summer off. We didn't really do any gigs or anything like that. We ended up going on holiday to Gran Canaria as a family. We had a lovely family all-inclusive holiday. Very nice just to unwind with the family and the kids and everything, and they had a great time. Very much back into the mind of I miss going to gigs. Like, really miss going to gigs. I haven't been to a proper gig since Grasspop, because we had the rum festival, but not quite the same sort of thing. So it's not a big gig, it's still quite a small gig, but a really interesting one nonetheless. We're seeing a band called Phantom Spell, who I just went on Bandcamp, and I might start introducing Bandcamp videos because it's quite cool. Just going on there and finding new bands and everything else. So anyway, I went through Bandcamp and I found this band called Phantom Spell, released a new album earlier in the year. Really, really cool. It's like a prog rocky sort of 70s style throwback sort of band. And coincidentally, they're playing in Portsmouth, which was random. They're playing like 4 dates. And I know from last night, they've gone from Newcastle down to Portsmouth, which logistically sounds like an absolute fucking nightmare. But anyway, so they're playing in Portsmouth later tonight. So that's what this video is going to be. It's sort of getting back into the swing of going to gigs and things again. So me and Ellie are going down the Albert Road tonight. Probably get some food, a few beers, go and see a really awesome band. I think there's the support band's called a band called Lost Citadel. Don't know much about them, but should be interesting anyway. Plans going forward, busy end of the year. So we got, in beginning of October, I've got 3 gigs in 3 days, which I'll do a video of, which is Blood Incantation, Testament Obituary, and then the day after it's Gamma Bomb and Raised by Owls. So November, I've got Castle Rat in Brighton, then Damnation, and then in December we got the Bloodstock Winter Gathering in Wolverhampton on me and Eddie's anniversary. So it'll be 19 years together. What better way to celebrate that than going to lovely Wolverhampton? Let's go. Hi buddy, taxi for Matt. Thank you. To the King's Pub, please. Thank you. Nice compliment about your Typo Negative shirt. So we're down Albert Road, the home place of nights outs on Portsmouth and punch-ups. I can hear sound check as well. Got a rogue hair.
You yawned 4 times, but you still found that good. 5 times. Time for bedtime. Ellie go. No, it was the ballad. That's what it was. Set you over the edge.
Yeah. So we've just come back from the Phantom Spell gig. Don't normally talk at the end of like things like this, but anyway, really fun. I've never been to all the times being in Portsmouth. I'd never been to the venue in the King's Pub on Albert Road before, and really good actually. It's got its own bars, got its own toilets. The sound was good for Phantom Spell. Lost Citadel, one of the lead guitarist on the right hand side, could not hear him at all. unfortunately, because I think they would have been great, but it took you out from that, and it didn't sound very good, unfortunately. Because, I mean, musically, you could see they were very good and talented and everything else, but unfortunately, that sound did let it down a little bit, which is a shame. The light's gone off. The light's back on. That's going to keep happening, isn't it? The first band, they said the name of the band numerous times, and I still don't know what the name of the band is. They were very, very cool, though. Very instrumental band, proggy band. Very, really, really cool band. Oh, stop saying cool. There's one song where they said they'd have a ballad, and they could have done with like a proper lead vocalist in that ballad. I mean, they're a fully instrumental band, but if you have if they had some vocals in that band, dude, that would be great. The guitarist could shred. So, gone again. I keep doing Nazi. Phantom Spell though were, oh my god, they were so good. I've only listened to them on Bandcamp, and I listened to the latest album, which I did manage to pick up at the gig. Just listen to that as like a throwback 70s sort of like proggy sort of band. Seeing them live, they were so much fun. They're so energetic. Every member of that group gave so much to that performance tonight. There was a drum solo. The synthesizer player was doing all sorts of stuff, and it was just a pure madness. And it was really, really fun. It's just like, should we do this in the dark? I'm going to do this in the dark. But yeah, they were just tons of fun. The Phantom Spells seemed to feel like one of those bands that you could sing along to it, even though you could not necessarily know what the songs were. Because you would hear it from the chorus, and by the second chorus comes on, by the time the second chorus comes on, you would know what it sounds like, and you could sing along to it. The whole throwback and everything combined, and the synthesizer, the guitar solos, the front work, the vocals. I predict big things for that band. I really do. I think they've got everything. We'll see what happens in the future, but on the basis of this album, who knows? Honestly, it really, it could be anything. Also picked up a really cool patch, and I also picked up a t-shirt. But yeah, had a great fun. The whole night was great. Food was fantastic at Gin and Olive. A few beers with Ellie. But yeah, it was a really good night. Thank you for watching. I want to do more videos. I keep saying that every single time. It's finding the time. I had a bit of time off in the summer, but I got a lot more gig videos coming up soon. And there's a lot more in 2026 as well that I plan to do. So it's going to be a busy year next year as well. But yeah, I want to do more stuff. It's just finding the time to do it. Sit down, record it, edit it, and then go from there. But it takes time. So next gig is Blood Incantation, which if anyone knows me, how excited I am to see them again. I can see them so. Blood Incantation's next. This keeps happening. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.